Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in today. I hope that you're feeling well and healthy and happy. I'm going to talk to you today about crystals. Now, I am not a crystal expert. I've been collecting them for many years, but I kind of trust my intuition with them. So I'm by no means, I'm not a crystal healer or an expert, but I wanted to make this video in the hope that it might introduce a few people to the concept of using crystals, and hopefully you might find it interesting and useful, and then you can go away and learn more about it. So there's plenty of videos and books and blogs and all sorts where you can get more information if this resonates with you. So this is totally beginner's video and just giving you an insight into the crystals that I like and use and what they mean to me. Now, some people that you know will think this is a load of tosh, and certainly I have heard that before. My answer to that is basically, first of all, you do what feels intuitive to you and don't worry about other people's judgment. And second of all, perhaps some of this stuff is a bit of a placebo effect, but studies have shown that placebos work. People have been given pills that are purely made of sugar for pain, and they believe their pain has gone away. So even if you think all of this is a placebo effect, there is nothing wrong with a placebo, as I have mentioned before. So, however, I do believe in the power of crystals, and I'm going to just show you some of the ones I've got, what they are good for, and hopefully inspire you to have a look at some crystals of your own. So like I said, I'm not an expert, so I do have my phone to help remind me of some of the benefits, because I'm only aware of a few of them for each of the crystals. So forgive me for looking at my notes. So one of the things I have a lot of, and is quite common for people with crystals, is amethyst. So I have this bracelet here, and I also have several pieces of amethyst that I keep around my home. Now, I just love the colour of amethyst. I think that's why I was drawn to it, but it's also good for the endocrine system, and I do have an endocrine chronic disease, so that actually is good for me. I keep a piece by my bed, I have a piece in my kitchen, and I have a piece on my desk. I also have the bracelet that I just showed you, of course. I've also given pieces to people who I know are suffering from anxiety, almost used as a worry stone really, so that they might place it in the palm of their hand, and just to help them to feel a bit grounded and centered and calm. I've just also, to remind myself, been looking on my phone. It's also supposed to be very healing. It's supposed to ward against negative energy. It can boost the production of hormones, which links to the endocrine thing that I mentioned just before. It can strengthen your metabolism. It cleanses and eliminates organs, cleanses your blood, and it can relieve pain and stress. So that's a really good all-round crystal. I really love having pieces of amethyst. I've also actually got a cluster of amethyst. So that's one that's very common. You'll see it in lots of shops and things. As for where to buy crystals, see if you can support a local shop, and go and have a look. And if you can see several pieces of any crystal, then pick out the one that sort of calls to you. Or if you prefer to shop online, then Etsy is a really good source for buying this sort of thing. So another crystal that I purchased is this one. So as you can see, it's a really beautiful green colour. I also have a bracelet, and this is green Adventurine. So I actually bought this just because I felt drawn to it, which is how I have purchased most of my crystals, either browsing on Etsy, or I've gone into a shop and just said, I feel like this one is calling to me. And it's funny how sometimes you buy them and then you find out later on actually that it's useful for a certain problem you're having in your life. So green Adventurine is good for protecting the heart, and it's an all-round healing stone. And I've heard, since I've learned a bit more about crystals, that Adventurine is one that you really must have in your collection. It can have healing benefits for the lungs, liver, sinuses, and it can loosen and release negative energy blockages. So I've heard that it's really good for your chakras, which chakras are a whole another subject I'll do a video on again soon. So the next one I'm going to talk about is fluorite. So this is a piece of fluorite that a friend sent to me as part of a little care package, which was really sweet. She told me to put it next to my laptop because it helps to block or absorb the electromagnetic energy that's coming from electronic devices. So I put it in front of my laptop on my desk. Other things that it is good for is that it can absorb and neutralize negative energy and stress. It helps you to concentrate, can boost self-confidence and decision making. It encourages positivity, balances the energies, and can improve your coordination. So another all-round really good one to get a piece of. I recommend putting it on your desk. I quite like having crystals on my desk anyway. They look nice, they make me feel good, and I remember what they're good for and hold them in times of need, really. So yeah, green fluorite. So the next one I'm going to talk about is Jasper, and I apologise for all the noise here, but I have lots of pieces of Jasper, as you can see. So there are different types of Jasper. So I have several bracelets. So there's a yellow Jasper here, there's a red Jasper. This is Dalmatian Jasper, you can see there, and this is Poppy Jasper. I've got a dog called Poppy and my cat is called Jasper, so Poppy Jasper is a good one for me. This is some Poppy Jasper. I think this is Leopard Jasper. There's so many different types I can't remember. That's the first one I brought and I felt drawn to that. And then when I looked it up when I got home, I saw that it can aid with problems to do with your bladder, and I actually had a water infection at the time, so I used to carry that around with me until I felt better. And then this is another piece of yellow Jasper. I chose this one because it's a sort of similar colour to my ginger cat called Jasper, so it helps me to think of him, and it's nice to have. So Jasper is good for lots of different things. Again, it can calm the mind and promote feelings of peace. It can reduce fear, increase your sense of self-worth, bring inspiration and courage. It can bring wisdom. It's also good for things like psychic abilities and seeing auras. That's not something that I can do at the moment, but I have met other people that can, so it's something I'm very interested in. So yeah, I really like Jasper. It's probably one of my favourite stones, hence calling my cat Jasper. There are so many different types, like I say, and there's just something about it that draws me to it. So the next one is clear quartz. So clear quartz is clear. I'm also wearing it around my neck, you can see here, and actually I've got some on my wrist. So clear quartz is supposed to be like the most powerful of all the crystals. I actually have a piece in most rooms in my house. I also I have this little bottle of little pieces of clear quartz. Kind of looks white here, but that's little bottles. I keep that on my bedside table. Clear quartz is supposed to be really, really good energetically. It's known as the master healer. So it's supposed to amplify energy, it can clear and cleanse other crystals, it can enhance psychic abilities, aids concentration, unlocks memories, and it can stimulate your immune system and bring more balance into your body. So this is the one that everyone that knows about crystals always says to get pieces of this. So yeah, like I say, I've got several pieces in different rooms of my house. I really like it. I have one on my desk along with the fluorite and some amethyst, and yeah, just in different rooms. So and I like wearing it, and I brought some actually for a friend who wears it regularly, and she said that she notices when she's not wearing it, which is interesting. So she obviously feels calmer and more balanced when she is wearing it. So really recommend getting a piece of quartz if you're getting into crystals. So another one I wanted to mention is here on another necklace. This is yellow jade. It might look kind of green in the photo, or paler than it is because of the light, but it's quite yellow. And I actually, I did a spiritual meditation with a friend of mine who has an amazing skill, and I was visited by a being, and I won't go into detail about that, but I was told to look for yellow and that it would help me with courage. So I looked it up, and I found, first of all, I've tried to infiltrate yellow into my life a bit more, and every time I see it, it reminds me to be courageous, which has been great. But this yellow jade, just whenever I wear it I feel more courageous, because I know that I was told to look for yellow and I found this, and actually yellow jade is supposed to boost your confidence and your courage, so it kind of came to me fortuitously, really, that I felt drawn to this, and then I was told to look for yellow, and then this links to courage, and I needed some courage at that moment. So really feel attached to this one. So I don't want to be here all day keeping you, and like I said, I'm not an expert, so I'm going to rush through a bit of the others and not waffle too much. So this is Hematite. I've again got some Hematite bracelets along. This one's mixed with some white quartz. Hematite is something I've always felt drawn to. When I met my husband, before I was even into this stuff, he used to wear a hematite bracelet. In fact, he still does. It's just a different bracelet than he had then because it broke. And hematite, I'm not even sure what it's good for, but I just feel drawn to it. So I recommend finding out more if you see this on the screen and think it's something you want to find out more on. I also have this bracelet. So these colours here represent the colours of your chakras. Again, that's a whole nother video. But the rest of the bracelet is made up of lava beads, and they actually absorb oils. So if you're into aromatherapy, you can mix up a blend of oils and then soak this in there, and then it will smell. So last week I had a migraine brewing. My stepdaughter's really into aromatherapy, so she blended some oils for me and soaked this, and then I wore it, and it smelled gorgeous. It smelled of chamomile and peppermint and all sorts of other things. Might still smells a tiny bit still now. And so I wore that, and my migraine was actually very mild in comparison to how it normally is, so there was definitely something in that. I also have some amber. So I used to have a cat called Amber, so I feel drawn to amber for her, apart from anything else. So I have a piece of amber. I also have an amber bracelet which I wear regularly. What else have I got? I've got some tiger's eye. Again, something that my husband actually feels drawn to. So he has a tiger's eye piece on his desk, and he wears a bracelet of tiger's eye. I also really love this. I can't now remember what this is, which is terrible, but it's some sort of white quartz, and actually I felt drawn to it because before I was going to be giving a workshop about mental well-being, and when I looked up whatever this is and the benefits, it was actually to do with mental well-being and balance. So I'll find out what that is, and I'll put it in the text underneath this video when I'm editing it. So I also have rose quartz, which is this one. Now I have several pieces of this. This represents love, and someone gave me a piece on our wedding day, so I have a piece next to a photo of us on our wedding day. I have a bracelet of that as well. So I've got a few others, but I'm sure I've waffled on along enough. So I'm not going to waffle on anymore. If you'd like to learn more about crystals, then I may make more videos in the future. However, there are tons of books and videos and resources out there on the web. So if you're interested in learning more about crystals, then please do go and look up some ones that might help you and aid you in your life. But like I say, I really recommend trusting your instinct. So have a browse on Etsy or in a local store and pick the ones that you feel drawn to and that you think just make you feel good. Sometimes you hold them in your hand and you know that crystal's meant to come home with you. So I hope you found that useful and interesting. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up below. Please share it with someone who may find it useful. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and comment below if you've got any questions or comments. I'll speak to you again soon. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.